So this is a follow-up story of the NPR story because NPR was labeled as state-affiliated media by Elon Musk, and I don't think like Elon had like good intentions. I'm sure that NPR, being the liberal Democratic Party rag that it is, was constantly writing oppo research and negative stories on Elon Musk. So he probably flipped and decided to label him as state media. But that doesn't mean the story's not funny. It doesn't mean the story's not true. As I explained to you guys in our segment on Nigga CJ on Monday, there's no worse example than state media than NPR. NPR that said they are not going to report on the Hunter Biden story because it's a fake story. It's a Russia disinformation campaign, and we all know that is not true. And people like NPR has not apologized for that. Still refuse to apologize for that. Still refuse to apologize for smearing Julian Assange as a Russian agent that helped Donald Trump win. They still haven't covered Cy Hirsch's reporting on the Nord Stream pipeline bombing, pushing Russiagate, constant lies over Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela, constant lies about essentially, I should like every United States adversary that NPR attacks. So how is NPR not state media when they manufacture consent for every war, attack every single enemy of the state, while heaping praise on Barack Obama and the Democratic Party all the time? It is the textbook example of capitalist state media. Because I don't even focus on the public funding. I don't care in media and public funding. If you look at other countries, that's shown to be actually a better way of doing things instead of weapon defense contractors funding these corporations who fund politicians. Like, it's more corrupt the way that we do it, guys. Trust me, way more corrupt. But Elon Musk and the right wing, they focusing on the public funding, which is true. And they say, hey, since NPR is a public funded news source, they are state media. Now, just because they're public funded, that is not why I have criticism of them. I have criticism of them because they repeat state talking points and Democratic Party Pentagon talking points all the time. All the time. So NPR is melting down because they're being treated the same way that left media have been treated on Twitter. So now that we are an equal playing field. So Elon Twitter is suppressing left-wing voices, anti-war voices, the same way that Twitter was suppressing us before. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed at all. But the only difference is that you got liberals and NPR that have now labeled state-affiliated media, not just the left. Not just the left. And they are freaking out over it. So this is Mary Louise Kelly. Now, she's the host of NPR's All Things Considered. And just look at her. She seems like a radical fighter in the establishment, doesn't she? Like, she looked like she is an independent, thought-provoking journalist that hold the government accountable, right? Maybe I should have judged based on appearance. But this is Mary. NPR is turning away from Twitter. NPR's organizational accounts will no longer be active on Twitter because the platform is taking actions that undermine our credibility by falsely implying that we are not editorially independent. Hey, NPR, nobody has done more damage to your credibility than you did. When you pushed Russiagate, when you lied about the Hunter Biden laptop story, when you guys lied about everything about COVID, regarding transmission, I didn't even touch on that because I'm scared to death because of YouTube, right? But when you look at everything that NPR lied about, you did that. Not Elon Musk. Elon Musk didn't do shit, but tell people who you are. Let's continue the statement. We are not putting on journalism on platforms that have demonstrated an interest in undermining our credibility and the public's understanding of our editorial independence. And my response to that is, nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Guys, you know how much I would enjoy Twitter if all the blue checks fucked off? Like, I wasn't on Twitter. I've only been on Twitter for the last 2 years, but there was the golden age of Twitter was the day before the blue check liberal accounts, before the media apparatus took over NPR. Sorry, NPR. Before the media liberal apparatus took over Twitter. Now the algorithm boosts them all the time, right? So Twitter would be great if you guys just fucking left. And then they also, because Elon posted this. This is, I'm sure, is an email they received. Yeah, Bobby to Elon Musk. They've sent, why the state label? Because of the label, NPR is quitting Twitter across all our 50 plus accounts. Oh, boo-hoo, we're going to miss you guys so much. Our executives say the government-funded media label calls into question our editorial independence and undermines our credibility. Some wonder if this will cause a chain reaction among news organizations. You guys see that? So NPR is like, oh my God, Elon, how dare you treat us like this? How dare you treat us like the state media that we are? In fact, since you guys are being so unfair to us, it's only a matter of time before the New York Post, Washington Post, CNN, and MSNBC join us in walking out on Twitter. Are you guys going to join us? No, you know. I said, hey, this is the shit that sends a bad precedent. We all must leave Twitter right now in order to protest against Elon Musk Twitter. Why is no one leaving? Why is no one leaving? That's NPR right now. What's your reaction? What's your reaction to the potential of a chain reaction among news organizations that will make them leave Twitter? And you guys see his reaction is to post a screenshot and laugh at it. So that's the messaging that they sent to Elon Musk, melting down over their state-affiliated media tag. This is Caitlin Johnstone, always with great content. She says, NPR receives funding from the United States government, consistently promotes the information interests of the United States government, and is run by a former CEO of the United States government foreign propaganda network. It should have the same exact label as Russia and Chinese state media. And Caitlin wrote a great article here. For the record, NPR absolutely is U.S. state propaganda. And this is great. This is a great article. Great article by Caitlin Johnstone. So that's the liberals melted down over NPR state media designation. And once again, NPR is definitely state media. The United States is the worst example of state media. You have, and then the funny thing, I gotta add this because NPR and liberals say, you know what, we are not as heavily reliant on the public as you guys will have us to believe. Even though their website claims it was heavily reliant on public funding. This is NPR's website that they took down. They changed this. Excuse me. Elon says NPR literally says federal funding is essential on the website right now. What do you have against the truth, NPR? And then in response to this, a bunch of liberals and NPR sympathizers was saying, no, man, like NPR, only a small percentage of their funding come from public funding. In fact, they're funding largely by donors. Then we look at the donors, they're funded by a bunch of corporations and rich people that corrupt their reporting. So I want you guys to understand, liberals say NPR is not state funded. They're actually secretly funded by capitalists who do the same thing that corporate media does and then report on the interests of capitalists. So liberals say, oh man, come on, man. We're not like good state media. We're not public media like that. They take bribes from capitalists. They do the bidding of the Pentagon. Come on, man. Come on, Elon. So this shows why Elon Musk is liberals' number one struggle.